But then once I understood that I either had to wait very long, or or there was either not a strong possibility. Williams gave me the trust and the belief, and I believe in that, and I felt really encouraged by the project there, and really honestly motivated to see a team that wanted me so much.
Sainz entered the 2024 campaign knowing it would be his last for Ferrari, with the Maranello marquee deciding over the winter break to bring in 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton for 2025 and beyond. It meant Sainz had to look elsewhere to further his F1 career, and, after months of speculation over where he might end up, a deal was done to join Williams' rebuilding project under team boss James Vowles. Asked in an interview with Sky Sports F1 about doors closing at the likes of reigning world champions Red Bull and 2024 race winners Mercedes beforehand, Sainz opened up about his feelings and how he processed the situation. "I've definitely come to peace, and I'm a true believer that if I'm not going there, it's because life just doesn't want me to be there. There's something else coming after that will actually turn out to be good," he commented. "It hurt at the time. We all have egos. I have a driver ego, and I couldn't understand it at the time. I still personally cannot understand certain choices that people have done. At the same time, it creates even more of a challenge in me. It even makes me more excited for Williams. Williams is the one that has invested in me, that have backed me up from the beginning, the ones that came to me a full year ago. It actually makes me super excited. I've said, I want to give to these guys what they've given to me. Give back to them this trust and this belief in me. It gives me good strength. I cannot wait to go there, and together with them build something good." Indeed, Sainz will soon turn his attention to Williams and working with new teammate Alex Albon, who has spearheaded their charge in recent seasons to push the Grove outfit up the grid. "I had a really good experience in McLaren, having this really good camaraderie with Lando Norris, both being kind of not number ones, but I was maybe the experienced driver, he was more the rookie. But we were both pushing each other flat out," continued Sainz. It's a similar way to Charles here at Ferrari, although maybe Charles has always been seen maybe as the future of the project. "But I've always enjoyed having strong teammates. I think Alex is going to be a great guy to work with next year, and I think with my experience from Ferrari I can just probably help Williams to become a better team and work together with Alex to build a strong team like I did in McLaren with Lando." Sainz has claimed 6 pole positions and 4 race wins during his time at Ferrari, with his most recent examples coming just 2 events ago at the Mexico City Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Ferrari are firmly in the hunt for what would be a first constructors title since 2008, with 3 rounds of the season to go. The Scuderia holding P2 in the standings, just 36 points behind leaders McLaren. Ferrari has admitted it was late to the party in exploiting the benefits of Formula One's flexi-wing tricks because it was convinced the FIA would clamp down on the practice. F1 teams have found that exploiting aeroelasticity on front wings with the current generation of cars can be a powerful tool in getting rid of an inherent trait for low-speed understeer and high-speed oversteer that the ground effect machines have. The balance gains for a well-optimized flexi front wing can be noticeable, and that is why teams like McLaren and Mercedes have made notable steps when optimizing their designs throughout this season. Ferrari has itself adopted a new flexi front wing design since the Singapore Grand Prix to seek its own performance boost in this area, and that has coincided with a return to form for the Italian manufacturer, which included wins in the United States and Mexico. Reflecting on why it was so late to aggressively pursue the concept, Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur has explained that it stalled because of its belief that a move by the FIA to investigate flexi-wing behaviors from the Belgian Grand Prix would result in the activity being made more restrictive. Instead, as Ferrari subsequently found out, the FIA adopted the stance that it was happy with what teams were up to, and it has made it clear that it sees no reason to change the rules. Speaking to motorsport.com about the flexi-wing situation, Vasseur said, "There was frustration because at one stage we were waiting for the decision of the FIA when they installed the cameras from the Belgian GP. We were convinced that it will go for the no-go, and it went for the go, so probably we lost 1 or 2 months." Vasseur said that Ferrari's decision to hold fire in pursuing a front-wing design that could exploit aeroelasticity better was also influenced by the fact that F1's cost cap restriction meant it could not afford to push on and work on it if there was a risk it would never be brought into use. "It's difficult, because with the cost cap you have to make your choices," added Vasseur. "It means that if you are convinced that it won't be allowed, and you have started to develop something, then it's costing you a time in the wind tunnel. But it was our decision." From the Belgian GP, the FIA ramped up its analysis of the flexing of front wings on teams, installing new video cameras and extra monitoring stickers to allow it to better understand the dynamics at play. Speaking recently about what the governing body had found, the FIA's head of single-seaters Nicolas Tombazis said that the conclusion was that because of the variation of approach of teams, it would have been unfair to introduce any change to flexi-wing regulations in the short term. Because the front wing gets loaded in different ways, we cannot predict it easily in the regulations, he said. As no two wings have exactly the same loading pattern, it is very difficult to come with a proper test. So, as these rules have been around since 2022, we felt it was a bit knee-jerk to suddenly say that for 2025 we were going to change it, or indeed change something for 2024. But we are using this information we're gathering to perhaps lead us to something a bit more effective for 2026. What you think about Ferrari's belief that FIA would take action against flexi-wings cost it 1 or 2 months of development time? Like, and comments below.